Okay, surprisingly, Woodland Trust haven't got around to repairing this sign yet, but they have been doing some work on this this woodland recently. Okay, the bluebells. It's the 22nd of May, so yes, it's quite different from well, nearly a month ago. Yeah, about a month ago, I took part one, and the leaves were still, the trees were still bare of leaf. Yes, I thought these trees here were dead, but of course they weren't dead. They just didn't have any leaves. I'm hoping it's kind of, there are one or two clouds around, and it's breezy today, but down here below in the woodland, it's of course it's not too affected by the wind, or the audio shouldn't be too affected. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a cloud overhead, because it's always best to have the sun shining for the bring out the colours in the trees. But it's quite a, as you say, it's quite a transformation really in the space of a month. The trees all out in leaf. Now we did have a storm 2 days ago, gale force winds and heavy rain, and of course because a month ago when we had a very dry April, and there was no water in that little stream there which this footbridge crosses, but of course there's plenty of water in it now. Unfortunately, it's not. There's a bit of a light cloud up there. It's not full sunshine right now, but probably enough to bring out some of the colours. Okay, I've come to a junction of paths, and a month ago when I did this walk, I took this right turning here, but I'll retrace my steps. I'll just go down here, this path here to the left, and I believe this leads to a very small dammed pond. On my previous video, I took a month ago, it was after a very dry April. All these footpaths are basically bone dry, but of course after that rain we had recently, you can see some of the footpaths appear to be well, turned into tiny streams. As I say, I haven't been down this particular footpath. I didn't come down here on my previous walk, which I videoed. So I'm planning to retrace my steps, but I'll see what happens. Just came a few yards a little bit further along, and here's this junction I was looking for. So I'll go down here and inspect well, kind of like a dam, just a small pond, but I think it's overgrown. There's potential here for you know, for a nice little picnic area. Yeah, this is well, actually it's not. It is a pond, but it's completely covered with reeds, marsh type vegetation. There's the outlet here. Okay, which okay, so I only came down to see this. I think to see this. It's kind of a little bit of an open area here. You can see the skyline, the wooded skyline. Very pleasant woodland here, and I like it here. I'm retracing the steps now. I'll have to negotiate that somewhat flooded section of the footpath a bit further up. Back on the regular, well, the original footpath I traversed about a month ago, and you could see one result of that heavy rain we had, parts of the footpath are flooded. So after heavy rain, waterproof boots would come in useful. Okay, some trees may not have come out into full leaf yet, because this month, May, the month of May, merry month of May, it's actually been very cold. Statistically, I think it's been the coldest May for about 25 years. And today, it's only barely into the 50s in the middle of the afternoon. Here's the Rest and Be Thankful bench, nicely positioned in this sunny spot. And you can see through there, it's got a good view of Marlborough. It's partially blocked by the trees, but it's quite a good view, that, of the local landmark hill. So far I've been quite lucky with the sunshine. Now, I'm no good at naming spring wildflowers, but here's a kind of, I don't quite know the name of this. It's quite nice. I mean, these would make attractive spring flowers just in your back garden, but of course they grow wild. That side footpath I took to see that kind of like a reedy pond. I think that's where it comes out here. But I'll continue. This is the walk I did a month ago. And of course this is where I got confused. I thought I was crossing the same footbridge as I did earlier on. That was the previous video I took on this walk. But you can see there was no water in that little stream when I came a month ago. But now it's well, yeah, little woodland stream there. Yes, and yeah, nice looking conifer there, which of course yeah, well over 100 feet high, that one. Okay, I'm coming up to another conifer here, which again is, I think, over 100 feet high. I didn't do this the last time, but I'll return to the car up that footpath. But first of all, I'll just... okay, here's the enclosure. They were doing some work here, but actually what they were doing was repairing this wall. So they weren't... I don't think it was anything to do with the electrical installations. So this is a new wall. You can see it's expertly done. Yeah, so I don't know who paid for that. Maybe the Woodland Trust, but yeah, excellent workmanship that. And there's behind it is the conifer, and I don't know what that enclosure's for. But it has maybe they got something in mind for it. The management. Okay, that's the old bridge there. That's the volume of water compared with a month ago. Now that's where the Afon Cwm Nancol joins the Afon Artro, a meeting of waters, and then it flows another 2 miles down to the down to the Cardigan. Is it the Bay of Tramadoc? Yeah. So I just came down here to show the amount of water that's in the rivers since the last time. Okay, the last time I walked back to the car along the road, but this time I'll retrace my steps a little bit up here and take the woodland footpath back to the car. Okay, I'm back to that junction. So this is, I didn't do this, this is the woodland path back to the car. There's a blackbird singing. Now, here's another one of those rest and be thankful benches for those people who just want a short walk and then just sit down on one of those benches and listen to the woodland sounds. And you can also hear the sound of the Afon Artro as well. Down there about, well, maybe 100 feet below. Now, unfortunately, I like to take a picture of the May blossom, the hawthorn May blossom, but except for one small shrub, I haven't seen any hawthorns in this woodland. Another nice little bench to rest on. And there's the Afon Artro, and if you can see it down there, it's a bit of a drop. There's the road below. So it's yeah, it's quite scenic here. So this is part 2 of that part 1 I did earlier on a month ago, and I like it. I like this walk. It's if you've got an hour to spare, a local walk for me, the likes of me. Okay, that's the end of this walk. There's cars parked just behind that gate, and there is one or two smaller loop walks in this woodland. One that goes round there. I've done the well, it's a loop walk, but it goes round the edge, the perimeter of the woodland basically. But there are some internal loops you can walk along. Okay, so that's the end of this video. An enjoyable little walk